So I'm introing like, hey, welcome to, you know, and I'm introing the video like that? No Millie or Mac? Sweet. All right, guys, this week we have another Stryker Lift Kit going on, doing a 4-link with same carbon coilovers we've been using on the past couple of trucks that we put this kit on. We're doing 4-link. Everything's gonna be black and milled. This is for a customer we've worked with a few times. Him's Haunted Hilltop. So we have our center cradle right here. It's custom engraved Haunted Hilltop into it. It's an 8-inch kit. He brought his own. These are actually Firetruck horns. So we plugged air hose into these yesterday, trying to hear what they sound like, and it sounds just like a fire truck's coming through. So along with that, he's got his air compressor in his tank, and we're gonna hook up an air fitting into it. I haven't decided where I'm gonna put it yet, but that'll be so he can plug an air line into it, air up tires, and do other stuff like that. We're gonna do fender flares on it, doing 30 rock lights and wheel lights, all in bright white.
Not to mention what truck it is.
We're doing this on a truck. No, so we've got a almost brand new 2022 F350. It's got only 770 miles, I believe, when I pulled it in. Starting off on rock lights. When we did Billy's truck, you know, because it's the same truck pretty much, same lift kit, just a little bit smaller. We did the lift first and then rock lights. We kind of ran into trouble getting the fender liners out because all the reservoirs, they go up real tight into it. So I went ahead and started with that, so that way I didn't have to fight with trying to get them back out to do them. Start with the rock lights, then we're gonna do lift, then we'll do wheel lights, and then we'll do the horns. What do you mean? I just said it. We got a lift kit going on a truck.
Yeah.
Yeah, this one. All right, we got some traction bars. We got our extended front drive shaft. We've got the center rear cradle. Got the 4-link conversion for the front, or the front cradle. We've got our lower control arms with the skull and crossbones on them. We got our upper control arms. We got dual steering stabilizer, track bar bracket, drops it down. Got our rear blocks. Got our upper coilover mount, lower coilover mounts for the front, rear reservoir mounts for the rear shocks. Got our front coilovers, rear shocks, front shocks, sway bar end links, a drop pitman arm, some blocks, new bolts, and the steering stabilizer shocks. I love my job. He brought those fire truck horns. He's wanting to put them in the front, facing forward, but I'm not really sure where I'm gonna put them or how I'm gonna mount them or anything. It's just gonna have to find somewhere to tuck them in. We might not be able to do it, but we're gonna try our best to. Might do somewhere in here, or I'll have to figure that out when we get to it. I'll be looking. I've already ran the wires and the fenders. I mounted them up last night. Mount all the rock lights. I've already mapped them out on the paper. Make sure I don't have any dead spots. Then we'll run the wire in, tie it all together, and run it up to an upfitter switch. So this is a map out of where we're gonna put our rock lights. Got 3 in each fender well. You got 4 going down the sides and 4 in the rear, and 4 in the front. This is how I know it goes to this truck. If I didn't have this, I wouldn't know.
Yep, I see it.
It's perfect.
Keep the door shut. Okay.
These miles on the Chevy and present up you on the days I spent wasted on you. Got all the rock lights mounted up, and we got the rear lift in, mounting up the reservoirs for the rear shocks right now. Just tapped out the hose for this side, already got the other side on. Put some bolts in it, put it on there, put the reservoir on it. Rear's done. So just took the front calipers and rotors off, disconnected all the ABS wires and the vacuum lines for the hubs. Now I'm putting the front axle on jack stands. I'm gonna take off the shocks, the rear part of the radius arms, the drive shaft, and the track bar, and then we're gonna lift this thing back up, start changing stuff out. Oh, I was just getting out of your shot. I am the shot. Right now we're putting on the 4-link conversion for the front. I call it the radius arm drop, but it changes it to 4-link as well. So it drops the lower down to right here, brings the upper right here. 1 bolt goes in here into the factory location. The upper control arm will go into here, into this hole. Lower will go here. Back here, we'll drill and tap 1 hole to hold it to the frame, secure everything together. We've got both these mounts on, just changed out the drive shaft to the extended one, and now we're gonna start on the coilover conversion. Got the mounts for the bottom, gonna have to cut the coil buckets up at the top, put the coilover conversion brackets up there. You ready? You recording? You ready to go? So that's what we were doing last time we were on camera. Getting ready to do the coilover conversion. We got the mounts in, drilled our holes, cut the buckets off, got our hose drilled, nuts and bolts in for the upper coilover conversion. Coilover will mount right here, the bottom one will be right here. Reservoirs will mount here and here for the coilover and the shock. We got the upper control arms on both sides. Lower control arms, put the track bar bracket on, hook up the steering, coilovers in, steering stabilizer, traction bars, and the center cutter for the traction bars and wheel lights, and that'll be it. Coming close up on it, don't have too much left to do. Drill and tap a few more holes, mount some stuff on here, and figure out the horns. That's what we got left. And the wheel lights. Oh yeah, the wheels are dope. We got 2212 American Force Cortex in gloss black and milled right here. Matched with a Toyo 3815 5022. These look awesome. I love these. They're gonna match really well with the lift. It's gonna look great on there. 38 will fill it up real nice. Have a nice classy look to it. Not too wide. Yeah, so we're putting these L series wheels on the 350. You know, it's gonna look real good. Matched with a 265 60 18. You know, kind of like a drag pack mode. Skinnies all the way around. Yeah, this would probably fit inside those 38s. vibrated my eardrum. They told us to make sure we have 3 inches of thread showing right here. If you look right here, you'll see I've got exactly 3 inches. 3 inches right here. Look, it's right here. It might be 2.5, maybe. I have no idea if this is gonna work. Put the bottom bolt in there, and I'm gonna try to pull down on it. But these shocks are so strong, it's hard to move them at all. No.
Didn't even try.
Yeah, I did. So far we've got coilovers in, got the shocks finally put on, all the reservoirs are mounted up on here, got the coilover one over here, shock one over here, 4 links all done, sway bar end links, put the brakes on, finished doing that up. We still got our steering stabilizer to do, still have the center cradle for our traction bars, we'll have them on hopefully by end of the day, then we'll figure out our train horn system. Well, we bolted the stocks on it, brought it over here, about to mount the center cradle, piece that says Haunted Hilltop on it that goes to the traction bars, mounts to the frame. We haven't done the wheel lights yet because I didn't want to put them on and then them not fit underneath the stock wheels. Didn't want to backpedal on that. So we'll get those on. It looks good so far. Everything went together fairly smooth. Didn't have any issues, no trouble with anything. Everything pretty much went together how it should. Let's get to it. Thank you.
Drill presses.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Alright, hold right there.
Oh yeah. A little hot there?
Yeah, that hurt a lot. Made our own drill press. We can get some oil. True.
I can't believe you already threw that.
I know.
Good job, man.
That's why we buy from the tool truck, lifetime warranty. Wow. It's okay. There it is.
There she goes. Oh, there it is.
There.
Unlined up.
Yep, got mine. We're gonna put the rear in first. It ain't always a cowboy. Gone just what they do. It's Friday now. Got the lift finished up. Everything's done with it. Got our center cradle on. Got all the holes drilled and tapped for it. Everything's bolted up, lined up good. Put our traction bars on. Tightened everything up. First thing this morning, took it over, put it on the alignment rack. Got a readout. Everything was perfect. Caster was perfect. Camber was perfect. Adjusted the toe a little bit, set the steering wheel, and it was good to go. So that's good. Don't have to adjust the arms on it. Put the steering stabilizer on it up front. Got the Stryker V1 dual steering stabilizer. Got it all mounted up. And I've got started on the wheel lights. Got the front two on already. Front wheels and tires are already on. About to head to the rear and get it finished up. Wheel lights are one of the easier installs. So they've already got these 3 brackets already put on them. And what I do is I use a real small self-tapper about that long, mock it up where I want it to go, and then just throw a self-tapper through this into the dust shield on the back of the rotor. And then if we have any rubbage issues, all you gotta do is just bend that back a little bit, and you're good to go. We're gonna run these wires up along here and tie it into the rock lights so that way both work on one switch. Have it on whenever you want it. So when you're doing wheel lights, they come with a long, pre-built wiring harness for them. Comes into a box, get your power from the battery, and then you got your controller. Get all that. I make my own. Everything should be wired up now. I'm gonna flip this switch out and see if they work. Looks good, everything's lit up real well. Don't have any dead spots, looks like. Wheel lights look like they helped a lot, lighting up underneath it. Since we went with 30, it was nice to have the wheel lights for the extra light instead of doing 40 of them. Everything's working as it should. Let's move on to the fender flares and the Firetruck horns. About to go test drive it. Tightened everything up, torqued the wheels, got everything on. We're gonna take it for a little drive, see how it rides, see how the tires do, make sure it's not bouncy. Listen for any clunking, anything that might be going wrong with it, just some quality assurance before we send it out. All right, got this truck wrapped up. 8-inch Stryker ride lift coilover conversion, 22x12 American Forces with 38 Toyos. Got their traction bars to go along with the lift kit, with the center cradle, 30 rock lights, did our wheel lights, Bushwacker paint matched fender flares, dual steering stabilizer from Stryker, and a Firetruck horn. So everything went together real good, rides good, don't have any complaints out of it. We did this for a good customer, Jeff Chambers with the Haunted Hilltop. Go check him out. scare the hell out of you. If you want your truck built right, give us a call, 423-790-7447.